Hi, I'm Sean Palis with ProSymmetry, and today we will cover how to create a task level forecast in Tempus. So from the Tempus homepage, we're going to browse to the project management tile. And in this case, we'll create an entirely new project. Now from the allocations tab inside of your project, we're going to first set a start and finish date for the project. Of course, these can change over time, but we need this in order to build our forecast. And let's assume we want to start February 1st of 2022, and we'll maybe go until the end of the year. So we've set the time frame for our project. Now in another session, we discussed planning at the project level. In this particular case, we're going to look at planning at the task level. Now to do that, we're going to choose the task tab, and you can set administratively which of these tabs are available and which of the tabs are default. And you'll notice Tempus includes a standard task called generic. That's just is used as a coupling to link tasks or resources against the project. But in this case, we'll enter some additional task names. Let's assume we have a task called design, and then maybe develop, and then maybe build, and then maybe deploy. Doesn't matter. We can add as many as we wish. We can change the names now or later. We can also centrally manage the list of available task types that can be deployed against projects. Now, from under any of these tasks, we'll expand to now assign resources against the task itself. These resources, based on your security, may vary. You may have access to all of the resources in Tempus or just a subset. And we'll look at other methods later on how we can limit the resources made available through team building, through resource request workflow processes, and other techniques. In this case, I simply have a pick list of names, which I'll select from. These might be named resources or generic resources. Again, you're free to configure Tempus however you wish. And now we can start typing for the resources we need to filter this list, or simply scroll to the resources required. In this case, I'll assign a handful of resources against just one individual task. But to continue building out this task list, you'd simply expand the tasks and add the resources were required to complete those activities. Now, in terms of mode of entry, we'll first look at the time granularity options. These again can be configured administratively. We can input our forecast or our planned allocation values for the entirety of the project against the task using this project option. We can do it by quarter, by month, by week, or by day. In this case, I'll use month. We can then choose the unit of measure, which can also be controlled centrally and administratively. We can choose which of these options are available to our end users and or which option is the default. And options include hours of time, cost, FTE, FT percentage, as well as person days. In this case, let's go ahead and keep hours. And now what we can input would be the number of hours required or planned per resource, per task over the length of this project. So by month for Emma, maybe in February, we're assuming 40 hours with an increase to 80 in March and an increase to 120 starting in April, and then a steady state of 120 hours until maybe the end of the project. For Craig, perhaps we start with 0 for the first several months, and then immediately to perhaps 150 hours starting in May. And again, we can copy and paste, click and drag, or contour the planned allocation forecast however you see fit. And at this point, we've now completed our task-based forecast. If you want to learn more about ProSymmetry and Tempus Resource or schedule a demo, please visit us at prosymmetry.com. Thank you.